Alright, let me dive right into this review of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Uh, where do I begin? Well, first of all, the pacing of the movie, of this Mario Galaxy movie, is pretty much like the first one. It happens quickly, and, things happen too quick. Back to back to back. You have the A plot with Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi doing things, like saving Rosalina. And then there's the B plot where Peach and Toad do the other thing and like stopping enemies and whatnot. Okay, what have you? Fine, whatever. But in a nutshell, it, I'm just gonna be blunt, and this is gonna be a spoiler review, by the way. I'm gonna be blunt. It feels more like a cameo reference type of movie than mainly galaxy themed. What I'm trying to say is, it didn't have enough galaxy in it in my Mario Galaxy movie because at the core of it, Illumination, Nintendo wanted to do this thing where it's like, oh, let's put all these references. Nintendo, I guess, wanted to put all these references. Fox McCloud in it, Mr. Game and Watch, Pikmin, and that's all well and good on paper, but that's kind of like what happened. That was like the main thing, even though the main point of the Mario Galaxy movie was Super Mario Galaxy. Okay, um, but I mean, I don't know. It feels like Illumination didn't really learn from the first movie how that was structured. It feels more or less kind of like the same thing, but I don't know. But they didn't. I don't know what they were doing. I liked it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a movie for kids and family. It's for the kids and all that. Okay, cool. But they could have like done the story better, the plot of the Mario Galaxy better, because like it was neat how um like Mario, Yoshi, and Luigi. No, Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. Okay, they go do their own little misadventures on like one side of the movie. They help folks in the Mushroom Kingdom and do all that good stuff. Cool. But then when you think there's gonna be more to each segment, it immediately goes to the next thing. Like, whoa, what's happening? And it's more so on this. It happens much more like the fast pacing than the first movie somehow. In the first movie, it was all kind of this is happening, that's happening, that's happening. In the Galaxy movie, it's dialed up to 11, I think. Okay, man, I may be over dramatic, but that's just how I feel, in my personal opinion. And I'm gonna be honest, I really liked the movie. I saw it last night with my family, and I liked it. It was cute. I liked the lumas. It was really colorful. The animation was top notch, of course. Expect nothing less from Illumination. But that's kind of like the main positives I feel about the Mario movie, Galaxy movie, as a whole. Because I don't know, it was just not weird per se, but it just didn't really like hit that same flow as I was as it didn't hit that flow of motion of each part as I would expect it to be like when I was going into the movie. And then there's this one segment where you know, Fox comes in and they like helps. He meets Mario, Peach, and he's like, I can help you guys get across. But then like I don't know, he didn't really like. He wasn't the main focus of the movie, but they made it seem like he was supposed to be, and I don't know what that was about. And Rosalina should have had more lines in it. It's kind of like what they did with the first Mario movie, in which, oh, Luigi didn't have enough lines. They should have, but he was part of the movie. Well, the same thing is here, applied to Rosalina. But, but like, instead of Mario and Luigi, it's Rosalina and Fox, where Rosalina should have been the one with more screen time than Fox McCloud, even though it's the Mario Galaxy movie, not the Star Fox Smash Bros. Crossover movie. And I love Smash Bros. Of course. I love Smash Bros. As a whole, but that wasn't the main focus. Okay. Another positive thing I feel about this flick is I mean Yoshi, for example, the voice of Yoshi. I forgot his name. He does a good Yoshi impression. I'll give him that. That was I like how he sounds. He reminds me of my cat Gigi. It was cute. He was making those like Yoshi noises, and get props, give credit where credit is due. Um, but that's another positive I can give to this movie. Overall, if you haven't seen this movie yet and you want like my personal opinion about it, mm, just don't expect like grand slam plotline structure or anything. Instead, take it with a grain of salt before watching the movie. Like, don't think there's gonna be anything like deep. Like, oh shoot, Mario finds out about Rosalina's past or anything, because they explain that somewhere in the whole thing, the whole movie and all, but it was just brief. And then this is spoiler territory, by the way, if I haven't mentioned it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that it's revealed Peach and Rosalina are sisters and all that. That was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it was the first time they ever revealed that in the any of the Mario media and stuff. But see, that's another cool thing I'll give to the movie. But all in all, they could have done this movie more justice. It feels like they were holding back for what they could really do with the franchise, and it's based off the Mario Galaxy movie, okay? And it didn't have enough Galaxy in it, in my personal opinion. And then because the ending, of course, there's that epic ending where Mario fights Bowser and Bowser Jr. Of course, Bowser. Spoiler alert: Bowser turns into dry Bowser. Okay, he fell in the lava and everything. But no sooner did the battle happen, it goes straight into the whole. Okay, Rosalina, I'll show you Peach's castle. And then when they get there, they rebuild it, all of them, the toads and all that, and that's cute, okay. But then that's it. That's what. That's the end of the movie. Like, okay, we helped Peach get her castle back. We rebuild it with all of her friends, and that was it. You just the credits roll. It just, in my personal opinion, this movie feels like the movie for the younger generation than adults like me who love the Mario franchise since forever. And that's not a bad thing per se. It's just they could have done this for like young kids and adults, not just the younger generation you know who watch iPads every day and go on YouTube like animation funny something something something. I don't know, but that's my personal opinion. Overall, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. Hopefully, they're inevitably gonna make a third one, and when they do, I just really hope they listen to the review, because the critics aren't exactly wrong per se. They're just I've heard some people on the internet talk about, oh, it's trash and it's terrible. This is the worst movie ever, and I think they're being over dramatic. But on the same token, and there's one thing I feel like I might have to agree with about the Super Mario Galaxy movie is it went too fast. Much like the first one, it went way too fast. So Illumination didn't learn from the first movie. Like hey, we gotta take time to breathe with each segment. They didn't exactly do that. Oh, excuse me. Another thing is, you know, if I haven't mentioned before, it didn't have enough Galaxy movie in my Mario Galaxy movie. It didn't have enough Galaxy in it. It was just 50% Galaxy and 80% whatever else happens. Just throw in there with cameos. Mr. Game and Watch is in it. Pikmin, Fox McCloud, Fox members Slippy, Peppy, Falco. They're in this movie like cameos, and that's cool and all. But that's not the main focus. This is the Mario Galaxy movie, not the Star Fox movie. And if they want to do that, that's fine. I'm not a huge Star Fox fan, but that's cool. Okay, just don't make it overshadow everything else in the Mario themed movie. But anyways, I'm gonna end it off this review here. Hopefully, you guys get a grasp of what I'm talking about before going into for those who haven't seen the movie yet, and for those who have, I'm sure y'all can agree what I mean. Like, get the main idea what I'm trying to say here. So, thank you guys for listening to me, what I had to say about it, my thoughts, and all that. And I'll see you guys on the next review that I ever do, whenever that happens. Until then, take care. Have yourself a good one. Bye, guys.